dedicated the game to some random person on NBA 2K.
Correct.
Does he have a so take me down this life here. Do we want to play the clip real quick for everybody again? It's been 15 minutes. Go right on ahead. Play. This is Donovan Mitchell in the post game. He dedicated the game to a random person on the internet.
This kid me off just playing 2K. I've been playing 2K for like 2 hours, and I told him too. I was like, wait. He just called me washed up. He called me a bunch of things, but I love it. He said he ain't seen a highlight from me in a minute. And I just told him, all right, we'll see. So this game was for that kid or grown man, whoever that was.
See, that's the difference. Kyler Murray plays Call of Duty, and they want him out of there. They got to put in his contract that he can't do it. He's playing 2 hours of NBA 2K. It's like this man is obsessed with basketball. He enjoys a little bit of baseball, clearly, but he is obsessed with basketball. 2 hours of 2K before you go and play a game later on is nuts.
It's a great observation because it also is why Donovan, and this will, you can take this the wrong way if you're listening here in Northeast Ohio, but it's why it works here. It's why Donovan doesn't need to be in LA or New York having a full plate of, I've got meetings today, I've got a marketing firm I've got to be with, I've got commercials to shoot. And he does commercials, he is in some, but he doesn't need to do all that. He doesn't need to have this jam-packed, like he's just going to chill. Donovan doesn't need to do a lot of the ancillary stuff that a lot of these athletes want to be in Miami, New York, LA to have to do.
So when you play online, can you play against Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, I'm wondering
how
do we know that that's Donovan? Like if I'm the other guy,
do they have like a thing, like a verified thing on their systems?
I'm out of my element on this.
Someone can fill us in on that. I guarantee we have some listeners.
Yeah, there's got to be a gamer out there
way dialed in.
That they knew they were playing against Donovan Mitchell.
Well, he clearly knew he was playing against somebody.
You know,
who was saying
or does he apprise at some point during the game? Is he like, yeah, by the way, I'm Donovan Mitchell?
Well, I mean, if you're talking,
yeah, but you wouldn't believe him.
Yeah, but either way, even if you didn't believe him, if somebody was cosplaying the thought of, I'm going up against Donovan Mitchell, that is something they might say. Is like, hey, when am I going to see some highlights?
We all talked after the Jordan documentary. Sometimes you make some things for yourself to help motivate yourself.
Well,
right?
I could see him being like Dennis 6969 is gamer tag on 2K. And he's playing against somebody, and they're Friar Crotch 87, and they're sitting there talking trash, and he's sitting there going, "Do you actually know the F you're talking to here?" Like maybe that.
Yeah, they're like, "What are you doing tonight?"
Maybe that's.
I'm getting ready for my National Basketball Association game tonight.
You know how much money I made this year? Do you understand how many of these game consoles I can buy?
Well, that's the other thing. These guys got to be
12-year-old little puke.
These guys got to be careful because, I imagine once somebody knows it's Donovan Mitchell, just a normal person eventually is going to be like, hey, that was fun. Hey, can you pay for my brakes? I got to get my brakes fixed. If I'm playing with somebody worth, $300 million or whatever, 400, I don't know how much he's made.
Especially if he beats the brakes off of somebody.
Yeah, I want my brakes fixed. You pay for them.
True. If you beat the brakes off of me, can you fix my brakes? Could we possibly do that? What time was he playing the NBA 2K?
So it was before the game.
He said he was playing for 2 hours. I don't know when.
Well, if you're playing in the middle of the day, most of the kids are at school, so you might be playing against a grown man, like he was saying.
Who's pretending to be a kid.
And
then that's weird.
We certainly don't condone that. Coming up at 8:20 this morning, your Cleveland Cavaliers winners last night.
I like to show Ken fun things on my computer.
We're moving on.
Cameras can't pick that up.
I hope not, because you'll be in a lot of trouble.
Check right now.
I didn't do it. Okay? It wasn't me throwing you right under the bus. I don't care. Coming up at 8:20 this morning, Mary Kay Cavill going to join us on the show. Coming up at 9, the fabulous Danny Cunningham, Locked on Cavs, the Inside Shot on Substack, 92.3 The Fan, Water World. I mean, all over the place the guy is. Okay, we got Alex and Warren here. Several people came in, they like, get somebody else to do it. So they dropped. So I got Alex and Warren here. Donovan Mitchell said that some wretched little bleep, no, he didn't say it like that, but some kid was talking trash to him on NBA 2K, and then your question was, how the hell do we know it's even Donovan Mitchell? How do you know you're talking to Donovan Mitchell if you're playing Donovan Mitchell? What's the gamer room look like to meet up and play Donovan Mitchell? How does that? I don't know how any of that works.
How do you know that you're playing Donovan Mitchell?
Yes.
How do you know to trash talk the actual Donovan Mitchell?
Exactly. Alex in Warren, Ohio, home of Dave Grohl. You're next up on The Fan. Hello, Alex.
Hey, fellas, how are you this morning?
We're doing. Thank you, Alex. We love repeat business. Go right on ahead.
So in 2K, it doesn't really matter what your name is on the game, like in your gamer tag per se. If you're a celebrity, they have it set up where as soon as you get in a game, you pull up the menu of players who are in the lobby. You know, there's 100-something players.
Okay.
If you're a celebrity, you're at the top of the list. They put a star underneath your name. Doesn't matter what your gamer name is, it'll just say what your real name is. So it'd say Donovan Mitchell, and boom, he'd pop up. And you could spam him with invites if you want to. You could do whatever. You can ask to play with him. Not everybody talks. I've been in lobbies where there's NFL players, and you don't know everybody, but all these people have to do is reach out to like the 2K social department or whatever. There's a guy named Ronald. Ronald just makes them they tell him what they want. He gives it to them, maxes it out, and then they have, the best kind of player they can have in the game, and right under their name, it'll just say their, real name. That's how people will know.
The guy's name is wait a minute. No, Alex. The guy's name is Ronald who sets all this up?
Yeah. Ronald 2K, yeah. I guess that's what I played with a former, my buddy played with a former receiver for an NFL team that we know. And
George Pickens.
been in lobbies with other people, and they said that's all they do. They just tell this guy, and he's like, okay, verifies it's them, obviously, maxes out their build, and off they go. It says their real name underneath of it.
Who's the most famous player you've got to play against?
I don't think I've played against anybody really famous. I've just been in lobbies at the same time where there's been people that of that. NFL players, a couple NBA players, but it's really mostly NFL guys that I see.
No WNBA? Do they gamble in there, by the way?
It's technically kind of gambling. Yeah, there's a game mode called Ante Up where you gamble like the virtual currency in the game. But the virtual currency costs real currency. So, yeah, I guess technically you could say it is gambling.
I'll be dipped. Who was the you can't tell us the wide receiver? Why?
Well, I didn't actually play with him, and I don't really want to dime him out. But it's a wide receiver that played for maybe our favorite football team that was traded in recent years. I'll let you.
This is a dime him out show. That's what we do here.
Is it a dime him out show? Well,
yeah.
Well, hell, the guy's name is Amari Cooper.
He's retired anyway.
Yeah, he's retired.
What's that matter?
Video games. I mean, that's all right. He was a good player here, so that's okay.
Quickest retirement ever.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't play with him, so I didn't want to dime him out. I didn't play with him, though.
All right.
But that's what he said. That's what happened.
I believe it too. I mean, you look at his and Alex, thank you for the call. You remember his fingernails?
So it's
Cuticles are amazing.
Ronnie 2K, and Midge sent you something too. But
Ronnie 2K.
It's Ronnie 2K. He's a content creator, brand ambassador for NBA 2K.
I'll be dipped. So the Ronnie is basically the worldwide
He's the
west
head of lifestyle and content marketing for NBA 2K.
So he sets people up to play with these guys.
Apparently, yeah.
Look at all these pictures he has with these tremendous players.
Yeah, I bet you some of these guys
Oh my goodness.
traffic in more information than even some of the insiders. I mean, if you're sitting there, forming relationships with athletes, and this is where you actually have access to them. Where else would you actually have access to athletes? Like, yeah, you could say their social media accounts, but they restrict a lot of that.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander right there. Check that out. All right. Well, thank you very much, Alex. Now we got folks.
But you know where this is heading. I asked about the gambling component of that. But imagine if this is where guys start getting information on who's going to play, who's not going to play in games.
Well, does Chauncey have access to this and the who's going?
Yeah, what's his gamer ID?